Hello and welcome to this episode of Judo Pod. I'm Ron Willingham. I'm joined by Thea Cowan, and today we have two-time European champion Alina Böehm. Hi, Alina. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I feel really honored. Nice to meet you guys.
Hi. Right. We are, of course, going to cover all aspects judo and military and media and things like this. But I have been so desperate to ask you, how was your experience with the Playboy cover and that whole project? Because it was incredible.
That's an intense start though.
Yeah. I know. I was like, can I please just go in straight with the main topic? Because I've been so excited to ask you about it.
Let's say it like this. I never do a decision like this without thinking really much about it. And yeah, I really thought, if I could try it and if this is a chance or if this may be something which I will be not later happy with. But at the end, I'm really happy that I did it. It was a one-in-a-lifetime experience. I had a very professional photo shoot. The team was super nice. I'm also very happy with the results. For me, most important was that my boyfriend, my family is happy with it. And yeah, for the rest, I don't care actually. But of course, it was nice to see the reactions. And yes, I think some were shocked, some were happy, some were like, oh, what's this? But like, in the end, I need to be fine with it. And I'm really happy with the results. And I think if I would do if they would ask me again, I would do it again, you know?
Yeah, I mean, from my side, I think I just saw a lot of positivity about it. And especially when, say, like the girls or the women we were all working with were talking about it, was just like, she looked amazing. She looked so strong. She was like representing athletes. And I don't know, we just had a lot of really fantastic things to say about it. So did you have, did you have much on the other side then?
Surprisingly not.
Yeah.
Like, of course, not everybody liked it and some comments, but all the comments which came in, which were not so nice, were always from fake profiles.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody will tell me straight in the face. But always fake profiles and also some irrelevant in my eyes.
Yeah.
So in total, if I say out of 100 comments, I think 97 were positive. So I was very flattered at the end because I achieved the goal that I represent like trained woman with muscles. Like, it's no secret I weighed around 80 kilos, and I think very many people expect a totally different fighter if they think of a woman with 80 kilos. And I really hope to represent us judokas well there. So yeah, that was the goal, and hopefully I achieved that goal with that photos.
It's a big decision to make as a currently competing athlete. There are some athletes who have done similar things in the past, but often it's after they've retired or while they haven't got that competitive spotlight on them. How have you found the response in terms of that, in terms of going back and fighting and training and still being part of that world?
Honestly, it did not have such a big impact on me because I got so many positive feedbacks. Yeah. I also was focusing on the World Championship. A big goal was to get the attention on judo because in Germany, and I think also in many other countries, our sport is not the number one sport in our country. So this was finally a moment people talk about the wolves, talk about judo, talk about fighters, and maybe I can inspire like this girls doing judo because they think it's cool. So it was a bit of media attention, but I don't think it affected me in any way of my training or of my competition. Yeah. Of course, people are gonna make jokes sometimes. Then I'm the Playboy bunny, but yeah, I don't mind.
It's not such a bad title, I don't think.
How do you feel? The Playboy bunny, how do you feel with that title?
No, I don't mind, honestly. Like, it's a part of me. Like I said in the interview there, I can be the beauty and the beast. I can be the beast on the mat and the beauty outside. And I think it just shows that we fighters have different faces, different environments. We feel confident in our body. And it was just an opportunity to show a different side of me because on tatami I look sometimes a bit different.
For me, it's super cool that you're talking about trying to get eyes onto judo, to try and make it more popular, make it more exciting. Not some athletes, they're super focused on just their career, on just what they're doing. And maybe after they retire, they start thinking about increasing the popularity of judo. But you're doing that while competing. Why is that so important to you?
I think it's such a beautiful sport which deserves so much more attention. And yeah, I'm really happy if I see little girls doing judo and then they come to me and ask me for tips, or they come to me and want to do with me a randori. And I think like it's such a cool sport and it gets not the recognition that it deserves. So I really tried. I think you have much more power during your career, honestly, because if you retire, then you are the former judo player, and then maybe I don't know if people won't care about it anymore, but not as much as if you're in the sport, because then
like
you know
almost not as relevant.
The current circumstance, what is going on right now in the judo world. And I think I try to use social media to get little athletes a little peek view what is coming later, and maybe also to motivate them to come there later, or I also show them what is sometimes going wrong, and maybe I can prevent them from doing the same mistakes. So yeah, I just try to do a little part in it. I don't think I will put through that judo #1 in Germany, but I can.
I'm sure it grew a little bit.
I think probably for a short time it might have been.
I wonder if you've seen any posts. There's another athlete I follow. She's an American rugby player. She became super popular during the Paris Games. Actually, she had a lot of reels and really grew the popularity because she's a big girl. She's called Ilona Mar.
I know her.
and obviously she's started this huge body positivity thing. She's just like, listen, it was like in the morning reels, it was make sure you eat all this breakfast, don't be just going out with an iced coffee. She was like, you need to be strong, you need to be this. And I just think it was such a good trend that started. And then when obviously your photos came out as well, I was just like, yes, like the ball's continuing to roll in this sense. And it's just so nice. And you see all the mothers that are commenting being like, yes, this is what the representation is that we want. We want these strong women who aren't ashamed to be strong and powerful. Do you know what I mean? It's really, I think it's a lovely step in the right direction, personally.
I 100% agree, because if I think back when I was 17 years or something, I always had bigger arms than all the other girls, but it became a bit of an insecurity. I was like, I had very young also a 6-pack, and then the boys said, oh, that's not cool if girls have that. That's not normal. She's like a half of a boy or something. Like, these were comments you had sometimes faced in school. And I remember that this was always a big insecurity for me when I was younger. So, but I hope that I can take this away, because I'm more than comfortable in my body right now. I also did the big jump from 70 to 78. You guys know, was also a big step for me, but I never felt so good in my body than I do now, because I think the trend is coming, but also the acceptance and sport is sexy. That's what I think now.
For sure.
Yes.
What were your feelings when you moved from 70 to 78? Because I think obviously there's this stigma attached with, if you're heavier, you are, I don't know, not in good shape, or I suppose. But did you have those thoughts like, oh, are people going to think of me differently because I'm a different weight? Or what were your feelings there?
I had a very hard time. I needed to cut a lot of weight for the 70. And I always thought like, this is my category. This is where I belong. And yeah, I suffered really hard. And at the end, I don't think it was healthy anymore. And I also had the feeling when I was 70 kilos, then I'm beautiful. Then I look amazing. Then I will take photos. I never did so many photos than 1 or 2 days before competition.
What, when you're fully, when you've cut the weight, when you're right at the fully dehydrated.
Yes. Everything sucked, but like I could do photos. I don't know, but I have the feeling many judo players do that. And then then I felt beautiful. And then after the competition, I ate as much as possible. Then I didn't like myself anymore. And then I jumped even up higher. And then I always had the water load and no water in my body. And then I was always my face was so puffy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
After the weight cut, it's always this dramatic switch. And I don't talk about 2-3 kilos. I talk about 5-6 kilos at the end. And then
that's
during
not
Corona,
a healthy amount to be fluctuating.
Yeah. And it's tough on you as well, like mentally, physically, everything.
Yes, and then Corona came and there were no competitions anymore, so no need to cut the weight. And yeah, that was pretty hard for me. And then I noticed like I don't have a chance, and I rather stop or I go for the 78, but I can't do this anymore. I really pulled the line, and I was like, no, this is not my future. And I begged my head coach. I was so nervous before this call. May you give me also a chance in 78? And I was so surprised. He was like, that's an amazing idea. I really see you in this category. That's gonna work out. And they gave me, yeah, they were sick.
Yeah,
and then
I
they
was going
gave
to
me
say, I
the
actually
Paris
feel
Grand
like,
Slam.
yeah, I feel like your coaches have a lot of confidence in your choices. But I think, I mean, this one is obviously the weight category change, but when we talk about your judo as well, when you come with your ideas, you say your judo is quite inventive or quite different. And they're always like, yeah, absolutely, let's go.
Yeah, maybe that's all part of my personality.
Yeah.
So he just had trust in me and said, yeah, let's go. And the first big first tournament 78 was the Paris Grand Slam. So I was flattered to get a chance straight there. And then this competition worked so well for me. I think it was the start for me in the 78, getting my place there. And then it went step by step, and I achieved goals I never achieved at the 70. I don't think it was just because I became older. I think it was because I finally did not train for the weight. I trained for my judo.
Yeah.
And before every session was focused on the scale. And that makes your head crazy.
Yeah, totally crazy.
You had, although you obviously had success as a junior athlete, but you also had some pretty nasty injuries and obviously long times off judo.
Yeah.
Do you think now that you've obviously moved up the category, you can focus more on how your body is and how strong you are, as opposed to, do you think any of that had an effect, or do you think maybe it was just pure bad luck?
When I had my first ACL, I ripped it in the world's final under 18 in 2015. I was 67 kilos, so I did not do any weight cut. So that was obvious not the reason. But I think it was really bad luck, because I did not do weight cut at the time. It came a bit after the injuries, when I gained more muscle to get more stable, to be fitter. And then I became heavier, and I had more muscles, but I need to have the same weight. And then the struggles came a little bit. So I actually missed almost the whole junior time due to ACLs. It was not an easy time, but I think it made me stronger, because I could focus on my physical, on my body, so I can be stronger. And I think at the end, it even helped me.
It's also quite a tough time as well, I suppose, in your life, because in those junior years, it's like, do you go into education? Do you continue as a professional athlete? Was it really hard for you to kind of commit to saying this is a long-term thing? Like, the judo career kind of came first?
It's funny, because if you rip your ACLs, you're around 10 months out. Like, I did my first competition after 10 months always. In the first 6 months, I was not even allowed to do uchikomi, what means I had 6 months to enjoy life. I did gym in the morning, rehab, physio, but in the evening and the weekends I was free. I was not on tournaments, I was not on training camps, so I could focus to finish my school. I could also join some high school diploma parties, because it was to do that time. So I think they give me even a bit of youth and party time.
Yeah, this is
and
true.
also let me know and now I don't have the feeling I missed something big, because this is the only advance I can see there, that I had a bit time to enjoy being young and going out and experience the first things. I don't know.
I think that's very important. I mean, like you were saying earlier with COVID, and I think that gap gave a lot of athletes perspective. It gave a lot of them like the ability to figure out what they wanted to do next, because it is a very relentless. There's tournament after tournament. There's like training camp after training camp. When you moved up to 78, you were saying earlier, like you did the mental headspace go with it immediately during COVID? Did you immediately feel good there, or was there some psychological, like did you have to sort of talk yourself into being like, no, this is where I am, or did it come with the change?
I think more it came with, I knew I can't get the 70 anymore.
Yeah.
There was 78 on the scale. And I was like, honestly, how the should I get 70 again? Like, how? I was like, this is impossible. I got panic, and I was like, yeah. And I thought like, yeah, okay, if they don't give me a chance in 78, then this is it. Now we're also in COVID, so then I will focus on something else. But I had always the feeling I was not done with judo because I love the sport so much. Like, I honestly have the most fun in just fighting.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would be so upset if I would not give it at least a try. And because I always thought like they will be so much stronger than me, they will be so much bigger than me. So I won't stand there any chance. I will look like a little baby. But I transformed, and I had finally all the power which I had in training. I also had it in competition. It was for me a game changer because I fought in 70 always with 70% of my power.
Yeah.
Because due to the weight cut, I lost it all, and then after 3 minutes it was finished. And then I could go to, I don't know, I had lunch, and then I went to the scale, and I could just fight, and it was an amazing feeling. And
it was
also, I think, big difference.
Yeah. And it was a big category to move into as well. 78 kilograms in Germany. Obviously, we've spoken about this.
This is relentless.
It's just so many good athletes. Such a strong category in Germany. Were you like nervous to be going up against some of those girls, up against Wagner, up against, now obviously there's Oleg as well?
Not really. To be honest, the 70 was also strong with Miriam Bukaraj, Vanna Scocimaro, and Laura Wagerskov was also fit back then. So it was also a strong category. So I was like, this or this doesn't really matter. And to be honest, at the 78, I had nothing to lose. And starting like this in a new category is also a big difference for the mindset. I go in, I can just annoy them. I can just go in, give it all, like they have something to lose, I don't. Now, of course, the cards changed.
Yeah,
now you're going to be chased.
Yes, now I need to play the other side of the table, and that is not easy
annoying.
As well. But I think, it's much more annoying. I like it more to come and annoy everybody. But it's also part of the business now. So
yeah. When you moved up, if you lose a fight in a new weight category, it's like, oh, okay, well, fair enough. Like they were in a new weight category. And if you go in and you smash them, like, whoa.
It's amazing.
Yeah, here we go.
And of course, you moved into a new weight category and you've picked up 2 European titles. How does that feel? Basically, you've moved into the category and then you've achieved, for a lot of, let's say, the European athletes, that's one of the ultimate successes because obviously it's a very strong continent. So to pull out that when you've moved up a category, what was that feeling for you? And especially in Sofia, because I know it's a special place for you.
Yes, like it was a special place, and I was first time fighting the Europeans, and I was already so happy that I got chosen for this. I was like, I'm going to give it all there. And like I said, I had nothing to lose. My coach back then told me, doesn't matter how you perform at the Europeans, at the Worlds, Malsan and Wagner will fight. So you will do just the Europeans. I don't mind. You will watch TV when the Worlds are coming. It was the statement. And then, I had nothing to lose. I went in even like, I didn't know how some of these girls fight. I knew if they're right or left, but I never had them in my hands. But I like that. I think if somebody never touched me, I feel different in competition. So this was my big chance. I like to fight somebody for the first time. I know at the World Tour it's difficult, especially in my category. I have the feeling some of them I fought already 100 times. But back in the time, was always the first time. So they did not really have me on their radar. So I could just go out. I remember I had the first fight of the day. Like I even was standing in the block. I was the only one who had first round. And I remember I just went in and I just gave it all. And that it end like this, I never expected. I came home and I was overwhelmed. I was like, I can't believe this happened. So
and then not only that, but you came back the following year and did it again.
And that was even more funny because it was 1.5 year difference in between. And I remember I was talking to my boyfriend. I said like, nah, I think I'm not ready to defend my title. But it was just saying, I don't know, I was ready for the next Europeans. And yeah, I had a bit problems with my feet. My ankles were the whole time a bit, I don't know, slippery.
Feeling a bit wobbly.
I don't know. Yeah.
Why was that? Why were they?
Yeah, the tournaments before, we had 1 week before Abu Dhabi Grand Slam, and I remember that Emma Reed had me and my leg was between her legs. I need to get it out. And I remember I was holding her in the whole time, and I remember if I let her go, I can't walk anymore because my ankle was twisted in this thing, and I had the whole. It was the whole time such up and down with the ankle because always I slipped again, and then I had again pain, so it not really recovered well.
Yeah.
So I was taped on both feet in the tournament. But yeah, it just like
Tape
I was also free in my head. Yes, I was free in my head. I was like, I'm gonna give it all, and I liked the crowd in Montpellier. It was amazing. It was amazing there, and it went just step by step, and I was again in the flow, and it happened again. And I need to be honest, I was again overwhelmed because it was so surreal to just do it again. I was
I remember the footage of you on the podium. You were in tears. I think we might be able to look at it here. You were just, there was so much emotion there for you.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind in that moment?
I started the Olympic cycle 2022 straight after the Europeans because Malsan decided to finish her career, and then was sure that I'm going to go now in the race for the Olympics. And I don't know, but I was such a freshman in this, in this cycle because I had no clue what to expect. The World Tour is so big with so many tournaments. I was not used to fight so much and under pressure and always with the to be better than your opponent of your own country, and the whole stress. It was honestly overwhelming, and I really had a hard time till the end, of course. But in this moment, I was like, okay, there are also highs coming. I became really often fifth before, so then I had the feeling, oh, I'm back again, and it was also nice. The points counted in full points. It was something special, so I knew we are again head on head. So I have again still the chance to make it to the Olympics. And in this moment, I just broke a little inside because I was like, oh, there's still happy moments, and I had a feeling before I can't find them anymore.
Now, obviously, we've addressed how strong this weight category is for your team, but to finish, what was it, just before Paris? All three of you were in the top 10, perhaps? Adana managed to catch up to get up to the top 10?
Yeah, I think she did.
I mean, it was so unbelievable that the three of you were at the top, but what was it like in those, I don't know, in the final competitions and those final moments where you were really having to watch each other to see who was coming out on top?
It was hard because I knew till the Worlds, they decided to do the decision after the Worlds, which was pretty hard because it was 6 weeks before the Olympic Games. I remember I was behind, but of course you never know what happens on the Worlds. And if I think back, it was probably one of the hardest moments in my career because it's not about that you're not good enough for the Olympics. It's just you are not better than somebody else, and that's why you can't go to the Olympics. And it's just tough because I know there are so many players out there which also have chance for Olympic medals. Let's say Jessica Klimkite and Krista Gucci, they had it even worse than us. But I think the rules are just not. They feel sometimes so unfair.
Would you change? If you could click your fingers and change it? Would you allow? What would you change it to? Or would you change it?
I think at the Worlds and the Europeans, always 2 athletes from each country can fight. And I think for the Olympics, to put also the quality is high, but a bit more up, I think that would be fair enough. Because we work so hard for this dream, and in some cases it's just so brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
But
incredibly
I
brutal.
don't think I can change it. But as you might know, I was still at the Olympics, but
Yeah.
I was their training partner. Was a really hard decision if I'm gonna join or not. But I wanted to support Miriam. We trained the whole 2 years together and tried to prepare for the Olympics. She made it, I did not. But I thought, like, let's put my pride now aside and let's get this finished. It was hard watching people walking on the tatami and you're thinking, like, could be me there. I remember when the first time I went into the stadium, I had tears in my eyes. I had a really hard time because I thought, like, it could have been me. But I think if I now watch back, it was brutal, but it kind of made me stronger because, yeah, I saw Olympics is not everything. Life goes on, even if I was there or not. And yeah, if I can overcome this, so what will come which will hurt me more, you know? So it's now part of my backpack, but I think it can be also now powerful. If you watch the next cycle, I know what's coming. I know what to expect. I know how hard it will be. And it probably gave me some skills to do it next time better, maybe. Or not, and then I will still survive, you know? Yeah.
I remember when I heard that you were going to come as Miriam's training partner to the Olympics, and I thought it was awesome. I thought it was just like, that is, I could only imagine how difficult a decision that was for you, but the fact that you were going to be there for her, I think it's a really great sign of your personality, and also just like the judo values, the judo spirit, the fact that we have the friendship and the respect. And I thought that was super cool.
She brought you a medal.
She did come away with a medal.
So maybe she needed you there. You were a compulsory key part.
So what are you up to now? What's happening in your life at the moment?
Right now is a bit of a special time. I'm right now at a military education camp from Bundeswehr in Germany. It's special for weeks. I do a lot of different things. I'm wearing uniform. I learn how to use weapons. I learn how strategies. It's yes, it's me there. It's also very hard because I need to stand up so early, and my coaches know I'm not somebody who is an early bird. First 2 hours, I have a hard time always, especially on trainings camp.
How early are you having to get up? How early are you having to get up each day?
Like we needed to be there at 6. So I need to get up at 5:30 to put all the uniform on. And we went for shooting this week. And then we came at 5 or something back. And I know I will grab now my judo gi and go to training.
God.
Motivation was not on point this week. But somehow...
Did you still do it? Did you still do it?
Yes, I did it.
Yeah, then that's all that matters. If you still did it, that's all that matters.
I think I would feel bad if I would not do it. Yeah. But I noticed I was not the fastest this week. Okay, I'm also not normally the fastest, but I just mean it was hard to motivate myself. But I know that week I go to Japan. So after next week, we fly to Japan to training camp. And if I don't do anything now, they will murder me there. So it's a bit of a preventive strategy right now that I don't lose everything to go in this kind of area to have 10 Ronduras in a row. I will die if I don't do anything now.
Yeah. How long are you in Japan for?
10 days, and then I will go straight to Abu Dhabi Grand Slam.
Wow. Yes. And then not Tokyo Grand Slam?
No, that's not on the schedule.
Yeah, so go to Japan and then you'll leave. Wow, brutal. Have you? I take it you've done training camps in Japan before?
Yes. Multiple.
What are they like?
I remember when I was the first time in Japan, And between randoris, I went to toilet to cry secretly because it was so hard.
You're like, what am I doing here?
I was around 18 or something, and it was brutal. And I was on sessions. I could not even throw once back in the time. I just get my ass kicked. And then I was ready to stand up and just do it again and again and again. And then I remember when we were in, I don't know, I think we were in Tokyo. I just went secretly to toilet, cried a couple tears, but for the next randori I was there again. But now things changed now. Now it's much better, yeah.
To somebody who's never going to experience a training camp in Japan, can you just explain what makes Japanese training camps so brutal? What is it?
They smile to you. They want to do randori. They look super nice and sweet. Really often they're much smaller than us. And they look so cute. And then you start a randori. And then it is nothing but not cute at all. Like they're so aggressive. And especially I honestly prefer doing with 78 and plus more than the lighter they go, the faster they are and with their feet. And I think they're so focused on technical little things.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It's just so different than our European style. So different. But I always know if I come back from this camp, I will be super fit. So this is my motivation. And the food is my motivation because I love Japanese food. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it's amazing there. Like ramen or sushi. It's also really great.
She's like, I'm hungry now. Yes. And is this your last week where you're going to be in your military camp as well?
Yes. Next week is the final week, and hopefully I will get my diploma.
I think we've got actually a video you might have posted on Instagram there. The reason why I like training in Japan, the main reason, the food.
Yes, that's true. Food is always a really big motivation for me, of course.
Yeah.
So you've got next week finish and then straight there.
Amazing.
And then to the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. So we've just had a World Championships. A 78 kilogram German has taken away a world medal. How are you feeling coming into the Grand Slam? And that we've gone from the rivalry with you and Wagner, and we are now going to come to the rivalry of you and Anna Monte-Olek. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it feels a little bit like history repeats itself. Mm-hmm. It was not so nice feeling, to be honest. But what I said, I learned a lot of the past. I tried to focus much more on myself, on things I can control, not on things I can't control. And I always watch every step by step. I don't try now to think of the Olympics 28. So many things can happen. I also saw in other categories that so much things can still happen. And I can't control what's right now so far in the future. So I just try really to focus what I can do right now, think in baby steps, give my best, and focus on my judo and my goals. And stay a bit more with myself. And don't let myself overwhelmed by so many other things which happen around me. And I go to Abu Dhabi Grand Slam highly motivated because I'm excited to fight again. We had a lot of national competitions lately, and I'm ready for other countries. It's always difficult to fight your own friends and training buddies. So I'm ready for other competitions. And I will see it as a little checkup. How fit am I? What are the things I need to work on? And then I'm excited for season 2026 already.
I was just going to ask about your home competitions. Who was your coach while you were fighting recently at home?
We had the German championship and my coach was my boyfriend. We often train together and normally I get coached by the national coach. And at the German championship we could choose, and I choose for my boyfriend. Was special to have him on the mat, but he has this special way to calm me down. Yeah, he has a special way to calm me down, and even in stressful situations. I had a very long go and score match, but he kept me in line and he remembered me of the plan, and we finished it strong. And it was even nicer to jump on him afterwards.
So just quickly, for those who don't know, could you introduce him by name, where he's from,
yes,
and also tell us what language does he coach you in? That's a good question.
Ah, yes, nicely done.
So my boyfriend is Yannick van der Kolk. He's from the Netherlands, and we are a judo couple. And we met in junior times. And out of this, it developed, and we both did not expect a long time relationship. I think almost 7 years soon.
Wow.
Yeah. We overcome long distance relationship. We had 6 hours in the beginning. Now we live together. Yes, he was also very successful. He became bronze medalist under 23, was Dutch champion. But he decided to finish his career around 3 years ago. And then he moved to Germany.
Yay.
And supports me on my way. And and the language we talk is a mix between English, German, and Dutch. Like, we make our own language. I think
must be very tough for your opponents. When your opponent maybe is trying to listen to what the instruction is, and they're like, "What on earth?"
That was really funny because I remember he was coaching a mix of English and German, actually, on the mat. And but I like it because we always speak in a language we feel right now confident in or comfortable at. And for example, if I get mad, I talk German. But if we have a discussion, we both speak English, because then fair chances to everybody. So nobody is a bit.
No one has the advantage.
We make a good.
So in the high stress moments, in the 3 minute, however long golden score, what's the language? It's the German. German in that moment, or what is it? What's he shouting?
I was going to say, what's going to calm you down the most?
No, it was English. It was honestly, it was at the end, it was English. But yes, I think I just react on our special language really well.
Yeah.
So I think it doesn't matter which language you speak, I would understand it in the moment. And it was honestly really cool to have him on the mat.
And not only, I was going to say that obviously we've got the coaching and judo player aspect of it here from the competition, but it was the World University Games. Were you media at the World University Games this year?
Yes. So Yannick got his first job in Germany, and he was a competition manager of the World University Games in Judo. It was a very big job, and he worked very hard for it, like 2 years or something, just to make this event possible, because it's a multi-sport event, so you need to have really many conversations with other sport. Everything needs to be aligned to each other. It was super hard. I had a tough time. So I knew if the World University Games start, I will try to support him as much as possible. So always, if there was a job where nobody knew who's gonna do it, it was me. I was running so much each day.
I recognize that.
But I got also a really nice opportunity. I was able to do the interviews with the athletes after their matches. And I was also excited for them when I was speaking with them, and some of them recognized me. And we had very good conversations and good interviews. I had a really good time. So it was also a very nice experience for me. But he pulled up a very nice event. I think he did a very good job. And now we will see what is coming next on his path. But I also think he will make his way, and I'm super proud of him.
I really love how focused you are on media. We were talking earlier, you were like, the Playboy, one of the things was great was to increase the media attention. We have this. I think I need to just ask you, what should we do next? What are you planning to do? You have any plans in terms of media things like Playboy or like other things that to increase the exposure of judo?
Yes, I have some plannings. Honestly, I study media and communication management, so this is probably where my interest is coming from. But in Germany, they're starting soon a new project. It calls Peaks Fair, and I think I can already talk about it. it's like you can have professional sessions with professional athletes where you can ask questions to your training, to nutrition, what do you would like to know, or maybe some tips. How do you get the stress away in the competition, or if you have one technical advice, and then you have the possible to book kind of meetings with professional athletes. And I will be part of this project. I'm very excited when we go online. So people from all over the world can give me a call and ask for some tips.
Wow.
I think that's a really nice chance. I think things will follow on my Instagram. So if you guys are interested to have a chat with me, yeah, I think.
How did you end up involved in that project? Is that something that you've chased, or have people come to you?
No, they actually approached me. It is a startup. I think it's a really great idea because I was thinking when I was little, and I had also no clue about weight cut or about how it is to prepare yourself before a competition, or what do you do if you get so nervous and have belly pain. And I was thinking if I could talk to some athletes which have experienced it already all, or when I had my ACL, if I could have somebody to chat with to know maybe more about, I would use this chance. And it's not just about judo, it's about rowing, gymnastics. Searching for many athletes to be part of this project. So this one is coming soon. I'm very excited, and I also hope it will work out. And so this is the next one. But honestly, my mind is always everywhere. I have 100 plans. So I don't think it will be my last project. So we will see where everything will take me.
Now, I wanted to ask as well, because in Germany they do have, it seems from the outside, there is a focus obviously on the education alongside the professional athlete. What was your build up in your career? Did you go to a sports school? I know that they have some of those, like they have one in Potsdam perhaps. And did you kind of go through that route as well?
Yeah, till the 10th grade, I was in a normal school. And then I was doing quite well in Germany in the competitions. And then they asked me if I want to come to a sports school, live there, sleep there.
Yeah.
It was a big decision when I was 16 because leaving home was pretty hard. But it was just 1 hour from my home, so it was a little baby step. So I had still the contact every weekend, and I felt really good there. I made a lot of friends, met new people, new sports. Was all so exciting. And yeah, after 2 years when I finished high school, I stayed at the Olympic Center of Sindelfingen in Stuttgart. And later on, when I became more mature and more professional, let's say like this, when I came to the seniors, I decided I need a new step, and then that's why I moved to Cologne. Right. And here I'm supported by the military to make it financially possible. And of course, to have here train with the head coach, train with athletes in my category, and just to not to get better training, so just to get something different and to develop more.
I mean, maybe perhaps not everyone knows if they're not within judo, but a lot of athletes actually train with the military or police or some kind of organization for financial support and aid, I suppose.
Yes.
Is that the most popular avenue to take in Germany?
In Germany, you can do the military or the police. Both have advantage and disadvantage. The advantage of military is you can study next to it, so you later not be a soldier. After your career, you finished with military, and then you can go on and become whatever you want. The hard thing is there we have just 9 seats for whole Germany women.
Right.
So it's really hard
and
highly competitive. And you always get contracts for 1 year. That means if you don't perform, you can be next year out. So there you're always dealing with a bit of pressure. But you have, of course, the chance later to study what you want. If you go for the police, there we have not as many seats as possible, but much, much more. Like it's easier. And as long as you have the status, you can also stay there. So it's not like somebody can steal your seat. but you need to be later a police officer. So after you finish judo, you're gonna work for the police.
Right.
And for me, it was clear I did not want to become a police officer. This was not really on my plan. So it was the military. I knew it will be competitive. But 2020, I was really happy to take the chance and to take a seat. And I defended it till now. And I hope I can defend it for a bit longer. So, that's a bit of the two ways you can go.
That's a lot of, I mean, obviously as an athlete, you're under constant pressure, but that's quite a consistent pressure. How do you cope with the pressure?
So now I did not need to worry so much because the performance was still aligned. But of course, it's something where you constantly think of. The good thing with military is after you are 4 years in there, you can guarantee the kind of pension after it. So you could still survive a couple years, not many, but 2-3 years will be covered. So that gives me a little bit more peace now. But of course, I think if I would drop out before, I of course need to do a real job, and probably would mean also the end of a judoka year, because as I see now when I'm in the camp, working and doing high professional sport is super tough, and all the athletes which are doing that, my highest respect. I don't know if I could do that. I need my naps. I was
going to ask about that midday nap.
I don't know. Yeah, so that would be so hard for me. So all the athletes which are doing that, I respect. I think studying next to it is already super hard, to be disciplined there as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So maybe a career in media next then?
We don't know. We'll see.
She's like, well, I had so much fun doing it. She's like, I don't know if I want to do something else now.
Alina, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been really, really great chatting to you. Good luck in Japan. I hope that the randoris aren't too tough.
And it's worth the food.
Yeah, and that it's worth the food. Yeah.
Yes, I will deserve my food there. So I will fight really hard.
Thank you. And we'll see you in Abu Dhabi.
Yes, see you there. Thank you for having me. I had a really good time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alina. See you soon.